go. Here we go.
Full favorite film.
I have not had time to think, but that's okay.
Gosh, that's so hard to say favorites.
God damn it. When Harry Met Sally, I feel like no boyfriend I've ever had has ever seen it, and so I'm like the one. I'm like the one carrying the torch. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and Kramer versus Kramer, and Raising Arizona.
Stand By Me, The Goonies, Flight of the Navigator, and Shawshank Redemption. Flight of the Navigator was my favorite film for years because it was the only film, it was the only VHS that I had. Actually, it wasn't actually mine. It was stolen from Blockbusters, so Blockbusters, please don't come for me.
Braveheart, my first movie ever as well. Superman, Christopher Reeve. Forrest Gump, Silence of the Lambs. It's very psychological in a way. The narration each time, the monologue of Hannibal Lecter is exceptional.
A few that come to mind most recently, Parasite, Set It Off. The reason why I love it so much is because I'm born and raised in South Central LA, and what I loved most about F. Gary Gray's portrayal of these 4 women in South Central, literally trying to figure out how they're gonna survive. I feel like it's such a human need and human emotion, and I feel like we need a lot more films like that. Talk to Me, Devil Wears Prada. It was like the first that come in my head.
Tootsie is one of my all-time favorite films. I just watched an amazing film called Ninja Baby. I know it came out a few years ago, but that like I absolutely loved. Girl with a Needle, but I wouldn't watch it on a plane. You know, I wouldn't watch it if I was not in the right mood. Rosemary's Baby, because I watch it all the time. I've tried to like not watch it. I still watch it.
So I just flew here, and so you get to watch movies on the plane. What were old movies that I've seen before that I said, yes, I want to see that again? I think Brokeback Mountain was one of them. That's a perfect film. Let me say Jim Cummings' Thunder Road, made for $200,000, and one of the best and most exciting movies I've ever seen. Steven Spielberg's West Side Story I recently watched, thinking, who needs that? There's already a great West Side Story. And then I watched it and I was like, I need that. Utter masterpiece. So lush, so beautiful. Manchester by the Sea. That movie I love very much. I'm from right around there, and always feels good to go back there and get good and depressed watching an excellent film by Kenneth Lonergan.
Parasite is an obvious first one. His social commentary in general, he's like one of my favorites. She's the Man. I think Amanda Bynes' performance in that is the most underrated comic performance of all time. Unfortunately, Shrek. Look, I was like a funny brown girl growing up, and there was not much representation for me, so Shrek was like my representation. And I fuck with Shrek heavy. I think he's great. I have a secret Letterboxd account that's just me being like, Shrek is great. And like other movies reminds me of Shrek in this way. Past Lives, probably. Yeah, that like broke my heart. And I've never, I think so much of like cultural exploration isn't as specific as that was, of like this one thing about Korean culture that I wasn't aware of, like the concept of past lives, and like it broke my heart. I was wearing a white t-shirt to the movies that day and I came out and it was see-through.
All About Eve, The Women, Philadelphia Story, and To Kill a Mockingbird.
No Country for Old Men. All of their films, what they get out of their actors is so nuanced and so beautiful to watch. Javier Bardem was a revelation for me. I thought he was incredible. I thought the character was so unusual and wild. I just always feel like I'm surprised by them. There's no formula, and that's what I love about it. Call Me by Your Name, The Apartment. I would say Thelma and Louise, because it was something that played on repeat in the house. My mom was a huge fan, so that's weirdly nostalgic for me.
Oh, thank you. Do you want one? Yeah.